Well, the purpose for the Panamei Journey is to find and source out seafood that is sustainable and that ethically be harvested from the seas. We're traveling through Indonesia, seeing how the local harvests the seafood that we're packaging, going out with the fishermen themselves, how they catch the fish, but also to feed their families and be able to sustain their life. In Madura, we get to this little village, which is a beautiful round harbor. You look over the harbor, it's hundreds and hundreds of tiny wooden boats of all different colors. Their life is that boat. That's what feeds the family. That's what this whole village is concentrated on. Coming out of Madura for the swimming crab, you get on these little boats with single one-piston diesel engine. We go out on a 3-hour journey out to their fishing grounds. Once the traps come up, they open up the traps, there's crabs in it, dump out the crab, rebait it, start stacking up the traps so that they can throw them back out. At the end of the fishing, boats come back and we get back to the harbor and we get to the weighing station where they come out with the buckets full of the crab, weigh the crab. From there, they go straight to the steamers where they instantly steam, boil the crab. After they're cooked, they get thrown on a table and separated by claws, body meat, all the different parts of the crab. You can't get fresher than that. From the boat, live, weighing station, straight into cooking, straight into processing. We left Surabaya flying east several hours to this beautiful island of Ambon. We arrived there and these huge mountainous volcanic islands, completely different than where we were previously. These yellowfin tuna fishermen, they go out in these boats that it looks like a canoe, long, very narrow canoe with a little 15 horsepower outboard engine. What's very interesting is they go catch yellowfin tuna with hand lines. The way they go after yellowfin tuna is they start looking for the dolphins, because the dolphins and the yellowfin tuna are feeding on the same bait fish. As the day goes by, if they can't find a dolphin, they go to these fads. Fads are these little structures that they make out in the ocean where they drop lines with palm fronds and tied to it hanging down on the water, which creates a structure for bait fish to accumulate. And when the bait fish gets around there, then come the tuna. So they create their own little ecosystem underwater. They use squid to fish for the yellowfin. But when they catch a squid, they get the ink sac of the squid and squeeze it into the tiny little sacks. They get the line, put the squid on the hook, wrap some river rocks and a little bag of squid ink. And when they drop it down to the right depth, they pull up on the rope, river rocks fall out. All of a sudden, it's a natural fish attractant. It's a magnet for these tuna to come after the squid that is on the hook. And it just increases their chances of catching these tuna. It's an incredible process. Once they hook a tuna, they're sitting on a little canoe this big, and they're hand lining. They're just pulling on these tuna. Once they get it to the top, throw the tuna on the boat. Some of these tuna weigh 200 pounds plus. So they've got to stand up on these little canoes, drag these tunas onto the boat. Pretty incredible. But within a minute, you've got this whole fish totally filleted. It is frozen once it arrives at the harbor. Once we got back to Nusa, they invited us into their village, which is probably a mile long, and you've got homes up the mountain. Very, very picturesque very beautiful. You've got all the kids in their uniforms and beautifully dressed. Everyone looked the same going to their school, but they were very welcoming people. This is why we embarked on this journey, the Panamei Journey. It's to come together with different cultures to learn where all this is coming from, how it's harvested, the people behind it, the people, the culture, experiencing the nature, the huge banyan trees. Everything was just so large. Throughout our trip, throughout our journey, we collected some octopus, some tuna, and towards the end of our journey, we got together with the friends we had made. I can call them family, and we got together with a chef that prepared all of these items in a Balinese way with their Balinese spices. And we just spent 4 or 5 hours with these new friends we had made, the guides that took us around, which I actually still have been talking to months after our journey. And we just had an incredible experience having sashimi, having some grilled tuna, having grilled octopus. It just made for a great evening of new friends, new family members. The Panamei Journey, it's all about the experience, and it's all about sharing the people, the culture, people of all walks of life, very proud of what they're doing. In turn, we are very proud of our partners throughout the world. Follow us on the Panamei Journey on social media, on our website, as we bring to you foods, experiences, and cultures from around the world.